Alright guys, so this is the chapter number 2 of the course update. In this video, in this topic, we are going to learn about the market maker buy model and market maker sell model. Now this is advanced market structure, and if you can identify this structure, your win rate is gonna be like insanely crazy, like 75 to 80%. I'm not even kidding. Now the reason why I don't trade this is because I'm a type of trader who want to be on the chart for like 5 to 10 minutes max and just disappear, right? So that's why I use the auto flow trading strategy. It's very easy. You just look for market structure shifts. But I can use these setups and make more money, but I'm okay with 2 to 3% per month because I have funded accounts, right? So I have 3 funded accounts. So if I'm making like 2 to 3%, that's enough for me. That is why I don't use these methods. However, if you want to make more money, or let's say you want to pause challenger slides instantly, the next few topics are going to change your life, and you have my word. So let's talk about market structure, the market maker model, the market maker sell model, and the market maker buy model. So let's assume that this right here is a key level, right? I have drawn this key level. Once price comes into a key level, before you do anything, you have to look for this structure. So what is basically a market maker model? So you have to identify a consolidation phase before price comes into a POI, right? So there will be a consolidation, a clean consolidation, the very first consolidation before price comes into your POI, right? You want to have a consolidation phase, and then you can have another consolidation phase and another. Now, these two consolidation phases are not necessary to see, but you have to identify the main consolidation, right? So let's say price is something like that, right? And then price consolidates a bit, and you have like your high time frame level right there. Now, you have to identify a clean consolidation. Then price goes up. Now these, if you want to add these, that's gonna make like a very beautiful market maker sell model. So even if you find like the second consolidation, you don't have to look for third consolidation. However, I recommend you find at least 2 consolidation phases before price comes into your POI. So first consolidation, and then a second consolidation, right? And third one is not necessary, but if you see this, then that's even better. When price comes back into your POI, you simply look for a market structure shift. So let's say price comes back here, right, into your POI. You drop down to, let's say you were looking at the daily time frame POI. So price comes into your daily POI. You drop down to 1 hour time frame, and then on 1 hour time frame, you look for this market maker sell model. Okay, wait, let me do this first, like that. So I'm gonna repeat this again. You have your daily POI, right? Price comes into your daily POI, you drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Once you drop down to the 1 hour time frame, you want to identify a market maker model, which is basically a consolidation, original consolidation from where price consolidated and then starting moving up towards your POI. And if you see a pullback or some sort of consolidation along the way, that is even better. Now, once price comes into your POI, you look for a market structure shift on 1 hour time frame. Now, once you have a market structure shift on a 1 hour time frame, you can simply look to take your entry from the fair value gap, right? Or what is a mitigation block? Let's talk about mitigations block. Then now that is the most important part of this thing, right? So we have a buy curve here. So price was going up. That's why we call it a buy curve, okay? A buy side curve. So it's like its price is going up, right? Now you have to mark out every single bullish auto block right here. So let's say there was a bullish auto block here, right? And there is a bullish auto block here. We are going to utilize these auto blocks in our sell side curve, okay? So since we have a market structure shift, we had the buy curve, right? Now we're going to have the sell side curve. So we are going to use these auto blocks as our POIs. How? Oh my God. So let's say price breaks through this auto block, right? And it creates a fair value gap or an auto block inside this old bullish auto block. Now when that happens, this becomes mitigation block. Okay, this becomes mitigation block. When price breaks through it, if it has fair value gap, you simply take your entry. Or if there's an auto block inside here, you take your entry from the auto block. Let's say price breaks this mitigation block again, you have a mitigation block right over here. And let's say there's a fair value gap formed inside the box or an auto block, you take your entry from there and you keep shorting until this liquidity level is taken out. Oops, my bad. Until this level, which is the original consolidation, the low of the original consolidation is taken out. Now, remember about the time frame alignment, right? So for the daily bias and daily trading, we go from day 1 to 1 hour and to 5 minutes. For weekly, we go from weekly to 4 hour and then to 15 minutes, right? For monthly, we go from monthly to daily and then from daily to 1 hour. Remember that? Okay, so let me remove this right here. Oops. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit. Once you get the market structure shift, right, on the 1 hour time frame, now what you can do here is to increase, like your probabilities is inside this range, right? Inside this range here, from this low to this high, you look for another market maker sell model. Okay, so for example, when you drop down to the 5 minute time frame, you will have to identify original consolidation around here, right? And then price goes back into your POI, which would have been your entry on the 1 hour time frame, and then you simply target this low here on the 5 minute. You look for the exact same setup. What is that? Consolidation, another consolidation, not necessary, but a plus point consolidation, and you take your entry and you target this. So I will give you guys a couple of examples, then I'll end the video.